ask you something?
Sure.
When was the last time your spouse heard you describe them with genuine admiration? Not just a thanks or love you while rushing out the door, but words that actually made them feel seen. What happens in a lot of marriages over time is that we can become experts at pointing out all the flaws in our spouse and end up starving each other for encouragement. That changes how you feel about your marriage, how you feel about your spouse, and ultimately how you show up.
But today, we're going to share a number of positive words you can use to encourage your spouse right now. These words can completely shift the emotional intimacy between the two of you. Later in the video, we'll share a free resource and a simple challenge that you can begin changing the tone of your marriage this week.
Your words can make or break the closeness and connection in your marriage. There's so much power in your words. And we're going to share some words with you. Don't just think about how your spouse will respond, but also how they impact you as well.
Here are some words that you could use to describe your spouse:
Passionate, smart, romantic,
loyal, sexy, dependable,
supportive, faithful, thoughtful.
adventurous, beautiful, and there are many, many more. I want to share something with each and every one of you. Many, many years ago, for those of you who don't know, I came into our marriage with a pornography addiction. I'd been viewing it since the age of 12, had eventually overcome my pornography addiction at the age of 30, 18 years, and about 7 years into our marriage.
Mhm.
I remember at a point in time, it was pretty a low point for actually both mine and Elisa's marriage. Elisa had low self-esteem, I would say,
Mhm.
how you saw yourself.
Absolutely.
We had a newborn child, and I was even having trouble seeing her as the woman that she is and the woman that God gave me to do life and marriage together. And so I remember at one point in time, I was sitting and I remember hearing the word of God say, "You are going to begin to call your wife, Elisa, beautiful." And so the journey began.
Okay.
The journey began of going, "This is my beautiful wife, Elisa." For many of you, you may have never heard of the One Extraordinary Marriage Show. We have been podcasting since 2010. And somewhere in the 200s, I think it was, or the 300s,
Well, I don't know. Finish the thought.
where I began to introduce you.
It's a little bit after episode 100. It was about 2 years in.
Okay. So about 2 years in,
Mhm.
there's an intro we have. And I do the introduction and I go, "I'm Tony DeLorenzo, your co host, along with my beautiful wife, Elisa." Here's the thing: we may not see change quickly. There may be cracks in your pillars of intimacy that are not allowing you or your spouse to see who you truly are. And you can use whatever word you want.
Mhm.
You can use faithful, you can use thoughtful, you can use exciting, whatever the word you want to use. But I began to say that. And Elisa didn't see it in herself for a long time. But it's really interesting. Over the years, I began to say that word over and over and over again. And Elisa saw herself as the beautiful woman that she is and the wife that she is. And here's the other thing that we don't think about at all, but I have come to realize after saying, "This is my beautiful wife, Elisa,"
Thousands of times.
thousands of times.
I
Go
actually
for it.
joked when we moved to Florida that I was going to try and get a name change that would say my beautiful wife, Elisa Di Lorenzo, on my driver's license.
Which would have been awesome. And here's the thing though, it began to change me. Saying that word was not only impacting Lisa, but it was impacting me. I began to see that beauty, this wonderful and amazing life that God had put into my world for a reason.
Well, and I think another part of this too is that your spouse, when you first start to use these words to describe and encourage them, there may be that resistance. They
Absolutely.
may be hesitant to engage with you, to trust it, to trust how you're describing them because of the fractures that have happened in your marriage. And my encouragement to each and every one of you is don't stop. When you're maybe not getting the, oh, thank you so much. That's wonderful to hear. Understand that that's normal and that you have to keep going even if you're not getting that response. Because I don't know how many times Tony said the intro to the podcast, introduced me before I started to walk by mirrors and be like, you know what, you're looking pretty good. Or to see myself as we record this video, I'm 51 and going on 52. And I feel pretty stinking high on myself in terms of being a 51-year-old and being thrilled with how I look and excited about this season of life. But I know that's because you chose to speak that word and chose to encourage me. But I definitely had a resistance at the beginning.
And hear us, because I know some of you are going, oh, well, that's superficial. No, it's a word that was given to me to speak over Elisa and speak to her. And so, whatever that may be for you in this
Mm,
season of life, that's yours. What is it for you? Think about yourself. And as we say in the 6 pillars of intimacy, you can see the book right over there, The Secret to an Extraordinary Marriage. Many a times we are in our marriage and we are waiting for our spouse to do something. We're waiting for them to do that thing. Well, they should do that for me or for our marriage. And I would say, as you look at these words and you think about these words and how you even respond to them yourself, is say, what can I do? What can I do? This week, challenge yourself to intentionally encourage your spouse every day. The words we gave you above are just a sample of the ones included in the 47 positive words to describe your spouse. We'll leave a link in the description below for you.
absolutely. So text one positive word during the day. Maybe say it before bed, write it in a note, say it before others. Challenge yourself this week to step out and do that. Now, it might feel awkward to you, especially if you've fallen out of the habit of encouraging one another, but do it anyway. Your words have the power to either tear down your spouse or build them up. So this week, choose to build your spouse and your marriage.
Hey, if this is your first time here, we're Tony and Elisa DiLorenzo, creators of the 6 pillars of intimacy. Hit subscribe so you don't miss our other videos to help you create your own extraordinary marriage. We'll see you next time. Love you guys.